Okay, so to continue with our issue, okay, we were saying that, for example, the second line is G, right? I'm gonna put it in yellow. Okay, so it's the same process going in the opposite direction. If you're going up in pitch, is sol, la, si, do, re, mi, fa, sol. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so on. In the opposite direction is exactly the same, but in backwards. So the second line of this staff is G. So the next note in the opposite direction will be F, located in the first space. Then the first line will be an E. Then the D that is in the outside space of the staff. And most of the time, we cannot write all the musical notes in just one staff. So we need sometimes something that is called additional lines. So in order to write the next note, the C, I have to put an additional line. You see? So until now, we have the following notes. Excuse me. Sorry. I would like to put the names in here, so I have to use. Good. Gonna use the text. So the first note, sol. I'm going to put the names in the alphabetical way. G, A, B, C, D, A, F, G, and from this part G, F, E, D, and C. We can put some other lines in the also in the upside of the stuff. We can add some additional lines, and there's a lot of additional lines commonly. For example, in the guitar, we used to put on the below the stuff. We can use up to four additional lines. And in the guitar too, we can use four additional lines above this stuff. It depends from the music of the instrument, but the main concept is in here. So, what about if I want to put some of the notes? As I told you before, there's 12 notes in our music scale. And the 12 notes are C, C sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, and B. So as you may see right here, right now in this stuff, there's no space or lines for G sharp or C sharp or D sharp or whatever. No, we use the same lines and spaces. So for example, in the case of the G, excuse me, in the case of the C, the next note will be again the C, but in this case will be C sharp. That means that I put this symbol. This symbol in music indicates that is a sharp. always is located in the left side of the note because we're reading the music from the left side to the right side. So always we need to know first if the note is a natural or is a sharp. So in this case we have C, C sharp, and then it comes the D. And if I want to write a D sharp, I have to put the symbol 2. And the next one is an E. And by now, I'm not going to talk about the E and the B sharp. Is not something that we need to think in other occasion. We're going to talk about it because it's a little bit complex. But by now, I'm going to tell you that there's no any sound that sounds like an E sharp or a B sharp. Those two notes, E and B, don't have any sharp in real in the music, in the sound, actually in the actual sound in reality. This E sharp and B sharp could exist on the stuff, but we're not gonna use it yet. The next note is an F, then the F sharp, then the G that I put in yellow, then the G sharp, then the A that I put in purple, then the A sharp, then the B. So this is the chromatic scale. So we have C, excuse me, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, A sharp, and B. That is what we used to call the chromatic. Let me put again the B. Good. And the B, I want the B in orange. Good. And this is something that we used to call, I'm going to put the name in here, the chromatic scale. Okay, to finish this video, you can listen in this program the music that you have written on this score. Let's listen a little bit. We're only going to listen some notes putting on this stuff, but it sounds like this. Let me check it. And good. So I hope you have understand this information. We're going to talk about during the classroom again about this information in order to get it really clear. And okay, see you in the next video or see you in class.